When a woman reaches the point where she truly has no one but Allah, something powerful begins to take shape inside her. It's not the end of her story. It's the birthplace of her transformation. Today, we're talking about the sacred, hidden, and often painful journey a woman enters when life strips away every support system, every familiar voice, and every shoulder she thought would never leave. When the friends disappear, when the relationship collapses, when the noise fades, and the only voice left is the quiet whisper of Allah. What you're going through isn't accidental, and it isn't punishment. It is preparation. Stay with me because this message is not just encouragement, it's confirmation. Your isolation is not empty. Your silence is not wasted. Your loneliness is the soil where Allah is planting something eternal. Let's begin. 1. When people walk out, Allah walks in. There are moments in a woman's life when Allah allows everyone else to fade into the background. Not to harm her, but to make room for Himself. When the phone stops ringing. When the nights grow quiet. When the ones she trusted suddenly disappear. She enters a sacred place because the absence of people is often the invitation of Allah. Just like the prophets who were abandoned by people yet strengthened by Allah, that's a revelation every chosen woman discovers. When everyone else steps out, Allah steps closer. He's not intimidated by her loneliness. He uses it. He lets the crowd walk out. So she finally notices the one who never leaves the room. He lets people fail her so she can finally learn who is faithful. This is not abandonment. It is alignment. The prophets were honored in public, but they were prepared for their purpose in private. They were affirmed by Allah's mercy, but they were strengthened in their moments of isolation. And so it is with her. The woman Allah is shaping must go through isolation before she carries elevation. Her wilderness is not a place of punishment. It is Allah's workshop. 2. When the noise stops, she finally hears Allah's whisper. A loud life makes it hard to hear a gentle Lord. So sometimes in His mercy, He clears the room. He lets the relationship end. He lets the text messages go unanswered. He allows the friendships to shift not to break her but to break the noise around her because the voice of Allah is rarely loud. It is a whisper, and a whisper can only be heard when a woman becomes still. In that stillness, something sacred begins. She prays differently, not because she should, but because she must. She reads the Quran not out of habit but out of hunger. She stops depending on the voices of people and begins depending on the voice of the Almighty. And that is where transformation begins. She discovers her identity again. Not as someone's partner, someone's helper, or someone's backup plan, but as a servant of Allah. She learns that Allah is not someone she runs to after everything falls apart. He is the foundation she stands on. He is not her plan B. He is the writer of her entire destiny. Just like Hajar in the desert, forgotten by people but seen by Allah, she learns to say, "Truly, Allah is with me." 3. Allah removes crutches to teach her to stand. Many women are taught to depend on others for affirmation, for comfort, for direction. But a woman who only leans on people never discovers the strength Allah placed inside her. So Allah removes the crutches, not to hurt her, but to train her. Allah did not fail her. He just started feeding her differently. The crutches He removes aren't always people. Sometimes there are plans, her routines, her image, her desire for control, her need for approval. When those things fall apart, it feels like loss, but it is actually liberation. Because when she finally loses what she thought she needed, she discovers the one she truly needs. Allah isn't breaking her life down. He's breaking her out. 4. Pain becomes her teacher, not her enemy. Pain is one of Allah's sharpest tools. And when a woman has no one but Allah, the pain she feels becomes the classroom where He prepares her for purpose. Pain is not always a punishment. Pain is often a purifier. Look at Miriam, misunderstood, alone, burdened, and yet her tears didn't drive Allah away. They drew Him near. Her pain pushed her into deeper prayer. Her suffering became the place where her miracle was born. Pain births purpose. Trials produce strength. Brokenness births calling. The crushing of today becomes the healing of tomorrow. Some women never pray certain prayers until their hearts break. Some never seek Allah deeply until everything else is stripped away. Some never enter destiny until pain pushes them there. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the escort that brings her to Allah's door. 5. When she has no one but Allah, she rediscovers who she is. When the opinions stop, when the expectations disappear, when the voices that once shaped her identity go silent, Allah begins to reveal who she truly is. Because identity is often hidden behind noise. Look at Hajar. She went into the desert unwanted, unseen, abandoned. But she came out chosen, noticed, and honored by Allah. When a woman is left alone with Allah, The mirrors of people's validation break and Allah becomes her reflection. She sees herself through His eyes. Not rejected but chosen. Not broken but becoming. Not too much but made for much. She begins to bloom in silence. She starts to recognize the patience of Asiya, the loyalty of Khadija, the courage of Maryam, the faith of Hajar. And she sees traces of herself in all of them. Her loneliness becomes her classroom. Her solitude becomes her sanctuary. Her silence becomes her soil. 6. Isolation strengthens her faith until it becomes unshakable. There is a kind of faith that can only be built in solitude. Not cultural faith, not convenience faith, but fire-tested, storm-certified, wilderness-rooted faith. Faith like the prophets had when they declared, "Asbun Allahu wa ni'mal wakeel." That is not the faith of the woman who is everything. It is the faith of a woman who has lost almost everything yet refuses to lose her trust in Allah. This kind of woman is dangerous to the enemy because nothing moves her anymore. People leaving, she's been there. Storms rising, she survived worse. Heaven silent. She knows silence means trust. Her faith no longer depends on outcomes. It rests in Allah alone. 7. Her loneliness is not a delay. It is a delivery room. Purpose grows in quiet places. Callings are conceived in secret. Even Maryam isolated herself before her miracle arrived. Not because she was ashamed, but because Allah was forming something holy inside her. Some blessings are too sacred for open spaces. Your loneliness is not a shelf. It's a womb. Allah is not ignoring you. He is incubating you. You are not overlooked. You are being overseen. The silence around you is not rejection. It is protection. Allah hides women He intends to use. He separates what He plans to elevate. He isolates what He plans to anoint. You are not being set aside. You are being set apart. You are not empty. You are becoming. If you've felt alone, if you've cried in secret, if you've wondered if Allah still sees you, this message is your answer. You are not behind. You are being built. You are not breaking. You are becoming. When a woman has no one but Allah, she doesn't shrink. She strengthens. She doesn't get lost. She gets aligned. She doesn't fall apart. She falls into purpose. And when she emerges from this hidden season, she will not be the same woman who entered it. She will come out purified, elevated, aligned, and unstoppable. If this word touched your spirit, type this boldly in the comments. I'm hidden, but I'm becoming. And if this message blessed you, remember to like, subscribe, and share so others can be strengthened by the words of Allah. Allah bless you.